All right, we finna spin the block again. Now, the good thing about these spinner blocks is that most of you, if you don't follow me on TikTok, you didn't see this last year. Simply because I really wasn't posting any Gypsy content last year this time. So a lot of the content that I am spinning the block with, a lot of you have not seen. So let's go ahead and spin a block because I think this is actually kind of funny, but then a lot of seriousness in it. Again, we are trying to get justice for Nicholas Godejohn, so let's focus on the real task. So Gypsy Rose is back at it again. While everybody's trying to fight for justice for Nicholas Godejohn, your girl takes photos and videos of being at the WWF. Look down here. Girlfriend, read the room. Read the room. I heard, allegedly, by somebody that you were incarcerated with, when Nicholas Godejohn originally got his sentencing, you laughed. You thought it was comical. Yes, I heard that. It's alleged, but I've heard that. And I actually wouldn't be surprised based on the way you've been acting. I need you to read the room. But one thing for sure is we're fighting for justice for Nicholas. And anybody watching this, if you haven't signed the petition, in my bio, it's in my link tree in my bio, go sign the petition. Like, we really need to get justice for him and get him in front of a judge so he can plead his case. I'm not asking for him to be exonerated. I'm not asking any of that. I'm just asking for you to sign the petition for him to go back before a judge and let a judge make a decision. I think it's just fair for him to have his fair day in trial. But Gypsy, you're really disgusting. You really are. It's tea time, but this is some serious tea. So I see a lot of people in my comments saying, why do I care if Nicholas Godejohn gets an appeal or not? I shouldn't really care, blah, 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 blah. The reason why I care is because it is a huge miscarriage of justice to allow somebody or anyone with disabilities like Nicholas to get manipulated by someone like Gypsy. And letting one person get away with it is allowing other people to do the same. Nicholas Godejohn did not get a fair shot. That interrogation made it abundantly clear how much of an injustice he had. Now, in my opinion, I feel as if there should have been a guardian, a parent, an attorney, somebody there. They knew that something was wrong, but they were okay with pinning it on him and locking him up and throwing away the key. Now, I am not saying Nicholas Godejohn is perfect. Yes, he did ab her mom, right? But this is somebody that has disabilities. And we need to be considerate of that. His mom herself said that he needed constant supervision, which was why she was concerned when she found out that he left and went to Springfield. This is so much deeper than just Nicholas. Yes, he deserves justice. And it's a huge miscarriage of justice, like such a huge one. And if we don't fight for him, so many other people with disabilities will be able to be manipulated, coerced like he was. Furthermore, the other day on one of my lives, one of my viewers said that her daughter kept telling her that kids in her school were posting pictures of Gypsy Rose in her locker and calling her Queen Gypsy. Do you understand what we're giving these kids to look up to? This is sad. Whose parent is next? I just need you guys to understand how serious this is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And when we start saying wrong is right and we're giving our kids or the kids coming up an okay to do what she did is a problem. We should not be idolizing her. And honestly, if you ask me, she should not be out. She was the biggest part of this crime. If you think about it, if she did not exist or she was not in the picture, would this crime have happened? That is enough to say that she is a danger. She is. And for anyone that doesn't really believe me, if you watch the interrogation with his mother, she said he needs supervision at all times because he does not make great decisions because of his disability. Now, No, not all autistic people have a low IQ, and not all people with a low IQ are autistic. I want to clear that up because someone put that in my comments, and I don't think they meant any harm, but I think that was the obvious, but I am going to clear that up just in case. However, he needs justice. Like, this is such a huge deal because it sets precedence for other people to use people that have disabilities like him. Not only use them, but also turn around and get out and do what Gypsy's doing. We have made her, and I say we collectively as a society, have made her into a millionaire. Someone that manipulated. Someone that, I mean, this is so much bigger. And I know a lot of creators will not speak on this simply because, you know, they may lose followers because so many people are Gypsy Rose fans. But at the same time, it's a miscarriage of justice for us not to speak out against it either. And we shouldn't just start taking stuff like this serious until it happens to one of our family members. We shouldn't. That shouldn't be the case. Or one of our close friends or someone that we care about. It shouldn't be then when we should say, oh my gosh, this is wrong, we should fight for this. No, we should fight for it because this is such an injustice. And an injustice to one of us is an injustice to all of us. We shouldn't want anyone's civil rights breached. And it's not about whether he's right or wrong, whether he did it or not. His civil rights were compromised all through that interview. And I mean, we need to fight for that, period. Not everyone's going to agree, but I do feel like this is something we need to fight for. And I just feel really bad, honestly, for him, because it's really such a bad situation. And I'm sure knowing Gypsy's out here doing all these things, acting like she's this celebrity, that would make me feel awful. Like, very awful. And, you know, I'm sure he's seeing this and hearing about it. You know, they have access to the internet. They have access to the news. They have access to email and all that stuff. I'm sure, you know, people have told him what's going on. I'm sure he's seen it on the news. I'm sure it's the talk of the town right now. And who knows what type of trauma he's suffered from while he's been incarcerated. You know, just this whole situation is just awful. And we definitely need to have him go before a judge and allow a judge and a jury to make a decision with having the correct evidence. Because he should have never been charged with a crime like this with an IQ that he has. Period. Anyway, I am not going to bash Gypsy Rose, but I am just saying at this point, we need to get Nicholas justice. We need to get him before a judge, and we all need to sign this petition that is in my bio. It is really important for you guys to do it, especially if you believe that he should get justice. Go sign the link in my bio. I would appreciate it. Let's fight for this. You know, his family deserves answers. And also, I don't know if you all know, but Nicholas Godejohn's mother passed away from a broken heart. And I want you guys to really understand how serious that is. Because, you know, she struggled with this, you know. I'm sure she feels like if I was there, this would have never happened. If I would have stopped him from speaking to Gypsy, this would have never happened. He really does need justice, and y'all really need to be aware of how bad the situation is. I have received messages from so many moms with autistic kids with low IQs that have said to me, you know, thank you for standing up for this, or even aunts and uncles saying, you know, my nephew is autistic with a low IQ, and thank you for fighting for this because this case really scared me. This is more about fighting for humanity than about Gypsy Rose. You know, I mean, we know she is a manipulator. We know she is these things. And unfortunately, the justice system has allowed her to get away with it thus far. Now, do we, you know, could things be fixed? Can, you know, she get in further trouble? Yes. And I want you guys to quit talking about double jeopardy. Double jeopardy only applies to the same charge. But you can be charged with another charge under the same evidence. Yes, you can. Look it up. Double jeopardy, you guys are misunderstanding what double jeopardy is. And a lot of you are speaking on something that you really don't understand. And I'm not sure why, because it's not that hard to understand it. Like, if you really pay attention to why and really read about it, you'll see why. It's really not that hard. It's just that, I don't know, you guys are just tripping. Like, come on. But anyway, we really do need to get this taken care of. And I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not saying that Nicholas should be out. I don't know. But I mean, he obviously needs supervision. But he clearly needs help of some form. And we can let the experts decide what it is that he needs. But do I think that he should be spending the rest of his life there suffering because he thought he was saving Gypsy? And Gypsy thinks this is all a joke. Like, the example that we are setting is such an horrible one. And I just believe in being fair. And that's why I'm fighting for this. If you ever did a good deed in your life, this would be certainly a great deed to do. Sign the petition on the behalf of all adults, people, and kids with his disabilities. It's only right, and it's only fair. Just the simple sentiments of humanity. Humanity. Let's do the right thing as a society. Let's do the right thing. This is such an awful situation. And Gypsy is just out here doing her and acting like Nicholas never existed. She's not advocating for what she said she was going to advocate for. She said what it is that she had to say to get on parole. And really, I think she's made a complete mockery of the judicial system, if you ask me. Now, I might be wrong, but that is just my opinion. She has made a mockery. And if she doesn't take it serious, all these other kids are watching her too. Anyway, can you guys please go to the link in my bio and sign this petition? We just need to get Nicholas Godejohn justice. I appreciate you guys all. I hope you guys all have a great day. And bye-bye for now.